What's up, y'all? It's your boy DJ Charlie Wash, bringing y'all everything CHH in a non-CHH world. And today I'm gonna tell y'all my opinion why most of y'all tracks ain't getting no kind of radio love, no radio play. Stations ain't really adding y'all to their rotation or nothing like that. All right. First of all, y'all know, we've been working, bringing Christian rap to Providence, Rhode Island, Bump FM. You'll see it in the back right there. Y'all see the tracks in the back. And the reason why we doing this is because, one, this is something that I believe in, my wife believes in, my family believes in, and it's good, it's helpful. It helped me so much. It's helped so many other people to stay on the path, the righteous path. Um, and, it keeps people aligned with the word. First and foremost, you got to use it with a Bible routine or prayer routine. You can't just be like, yo, I'm going to listen to Christian rap and I'm going to get all my Christianity from that. You can't just like you just can't just go to church and say, I'm going to get all my Christianity from that. You got to read your word. You got to ask God for understanding, develop a relationship with him. But first, it comes by hearing and hearing the word of God. Okay. The reason why y'all tracks ain't getting no love, as I'm seeing, and I keep coming up with this one issue. The issue is that everybody feels like their music is good enough to be played. I make music myself. I make music from a DJ point of view, so I really make music that, for the most part, blends well into other music real quick. Like, it'll blend well into a song for like 20 seconds or 30 seconds or a minute, and then you on to the next song. As a DJ, as a mixer on a radio station, you want songs that's going to keep everything hype. You just don't want to play songs that is good songs, but you going from this BPM to that BPM, that feel to that feel. With all that being said, you got trap music, you got hip hop music, you got they got that drill music. But as a Christian station, we got one thing in mind, and that's making sure that Jesus Christ is in your music. Pointing people to Jesus Christ, and it's not I, me all the time. So that's one thing. First and foremost, you might not got the criteria for the station. Some stations are geared towards only playing hip hop and teeny bopper hip hop. Some stations are geared towards playing R&B and stuff like that. So first of all, you got to make sure you got the genre right. Second of all, we're just going to talk in a CHH standpoint. For the most part, the music might not be mixed well. My music ain't mixed the best, and it doesn't sound the best. But like I said, I'm only making it to really subsequently move on to the next record and keep the party going, keeping the mood going. Don't say the party, but keeping the mood going. If we in a worship mood, we're gonna get a worship. If we in a bop mood, then we're gonna get a bop. If we in a dance mood, then we're gonna get a dance. So that's that. Also, all my music funds or helps fund Bump FM as we continue to move forward in what God has done in my life and my mission and my passion and my purpose. My purpose is to, spread Jesus and, be a minister in my home and outside my home to people coming up. Some of y'all know my story, and we'll get into that some other time, but now's not the time for that. Two, another reason why your music ain't getting played is because there's not enough people who dig you yet. Like, there ain't enough people who really know your voice and can kind of co-sign that they actually heard of you, heard your music, like your music or whatever. They got a lot of gimmicks going on. We ain't gonna say no names, but if you listen to us and do what we say, then we'll play your music. It don't happen every day. A lot of these guys in the music industry. They already have the money behind their music. They already had the mixes. They already had the beats. They already got the look. They already got the clothes and all that. But we're not doing it for that. So at least as a Christian, your music has to appeal to the Christian who's listening to it. So if you got Christian AC background, then you might get played on their station. If you got there's not many Christian hip hop radio stations like that. I've been doing the research for the past 2 years, and I came up with about like there's about a good 15 of them, and about 5 of them actually add new music. Only 5, about a good 5. A lot of people will sprinkle in some rap, but they just want to hear the big guys. And for the most part, they're just coming from the same labels and the same conglomerate because they just got the situation locked down. That's not what we hear. That's not what we are here. And that's not what we're trying to do here. I don't know if that's going to affect us in growth, but who cares? We ain't doing it for that. I ain't doing it for that. I ain't doing it to be somebody. I'm doing it because I feel like it's helpful and it's going to actually make an impact on somebody's life. You know what I'm saying? As it has in my life. Okay, that's number 2 or number 3. So the next reason is that this is probably the biggest reason. Do you see that back there? That's the database. Every radio station have a music database, a music library that they have the music. You have to basically go through a lot to get into a station's database. Like, believe it or not, I don't even, in that database, I think I might got 1 of my songs in there, maybe 2 at the most. Yeah, I'll mix it in. Yeah, you might hear it every once in a while, but when it comes to heavy rotation, my songs are not in heavy rotation. Like I said, that's not what this is here for. It's not here for me to put my music out there. It's really here to push Jesus and push the fact that Jesus died for our sins and he's done something for us and he can actually continue to do something for us. He can change our life. And putting music in a computer is a strenuous process. It's not like you just put it in there and it's in there. If somebody gets your music and the metadata is wrong and the ID 3 labels are wrong and it doesn't come on right and it doesn't sound good, now it's gonna throw everything else off. So saying all that is that the real reason why your music ain't getting played, you can have everything. You can have the music, you can have the beats, you can have the look. And trust me, if your music is popping and people listen to it and it's effective, we're going to find out who you are. We're going to find out your stuff. We're going to play you. We're going to touch base with you, ask you for an interview, whatever the case may be, or just see what the ministry's like. If your ministry's good, the music can't be just good. The ministry got to be good too. Like, people have to be gravitated towards your ministry. Like, it just can't be like I'm making God music for God and I ain't doing nothing in the community or trying to point at least your family to God, you know. But putting the music inside the computers and the databases is very hard. And every station has a team or have one guy that does it. Christian stations have people like me who they own the station, or not own the station, but founded the station, made the station, playing the music, doing all the graphic work, doing everything, driving a promo vehicle, handing out promo material, talking to people on the street, praying for people in the street, donating stuff. So they're doing everything. And the last thing is to add your music on computers. And it's crazy. And a lot of times, we add people music and you don't even really get even a thank you from these guys. They don't even show you that they are even rocking with you because you're playing their music. Do you know how many times you get music from people, and once you start playing their music, you hear from them in a week, and And like after a week, they don't even call you to ask how their music is doing. They don't ask you how the people who listen to your station like their songs. They don't ask you what they can do for you. They don't ask you nothing. So it's just one of those deals where, at least in the regular music industry, they'll send somebody a bottle, or they'll, you know what I'm saying, get them some tickets to the show, or, you know what I'm saying, they'll make sure that they get that interview, or they'll get that exclusive sound or something like that. But in the Christian world, it's like, there's only a few big guys, and the big guys, believe it or not, are worried about the big guys in the secular music industry, and it's kind of crazy. But this ain't about that. This video ain't about that. What it is it's just letting you guys know you can't give up hope. If you feel like God has made you to do this music to draw people onto Him, you got to keep going. But you can't get mad about somebody not adding your music to their station. Also, stop not promoting your music. Promote your music, promote it, promote it, promote it. I would say stop going from song to song to song, but some people, that's how they eat. They make money off of the song. People love it in the first week. You know, they stream it up. They get the money from the streaming services, and that's how they live. They ain't worried about radio and doing all that. And right now, being in a time of pandemic, can't nobody really tour and stuff like that. But the key I seen to Christian music is the fact that everybody's finding your music at a different time. It's not like the secular music where you can hear a song on the radio and everybody hears at the same time. It's not working like that. It's working like somebody might hear you today, somebody might hear you next week, somebody might hear you next year, and it's all the same song. So just keep it going. But the main reason why people ain't playing you is because to put somebody in a computer and make sure everything's right, make sure their name is right, make sure their picture, the CD picture is right, it takes a lot. And this is old-fashioned radio. This ain't radio stations on the cloud base and stuff like that. Stuff like that's way too expensive, and ain't nobody really even doing it anyway. The big guys ain't doing it because it costs too much money. And the little guys, they'll do it, but it only lasts for like a good week or two when they realize that them bills are too high. So I'm just letting y'all know, if you gonna go after getting radio play, you gotta make a connection with the radio station, make a connection with the DJ, make it really easy for them. Make sure them ID tags are right. Make sure all the information's in the email. Make sure you follow up with them. Don't just send them a track and then just let it sit on the wall, because they might not even play it, especially if ain't nobody else playing it. So that's just a little advice from me, from everybody on this side of Bump FM. www.bumpfm, broadcast of urban music and praise. And you know what? We out on this one. Thank y'all for listening. Bye-bye.